What's up everybody, Michael Titan here, and hey, we're back, and this is What They Play! My guest today is none other than MMA superstar Jason Mayhem Miller. I always tend to talk too much on these intros, so I'm just gonna shut up and let you get to the interview. This is What They Play. What's going on everybody? This is episode 7 of What They Play. My guest today, you might have seen him on TV, you might have seen him on a movie or two, you might even have seen him on a video game, but most notably, he is MMA superstar Jason Mayhem Miller. How are you doing, sir?
Man, fantastic, bro. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming on. So a quick layout about the show. The first part is just so the people who know you and don't know you can get to know you a little bit better. The next part is just for fun. This is a video game channel, so hopefully you play a little bit and we can ask.
Wait, what game are you playing right now?
What game am I playing right now?
Yeah, what are you usually playing?
Well, I think that I'm
Overwatch?
diving in. Well, see, Overwatch is not my thing, and I hate
Overwatch
to say
is starting to piss me off because I got a lot of things to talk about Overwatch. Okay, right now it seems like the superstar version of what's the game called? Super Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah.
And it has like this little kiddie feel to it, and I don't know, man. I hurry up and burn through the Doom campaign, and now I don't know what to do. And
the
Overwatch
Doom campaign is spectacular.
and I'm just settling myself in for a long time for the new Battlefield. So that's my video game right now.
So you're a Battlefield man instead of a Call of Duty man?
Well, I'm a Call of Duty dude. I'm a Call of Duty dude. And yeah, I love Call of Duty, but at the same time, that Battlefield, good Lord, they made it look good. I don't know. I bet you the Call of Duty will be better, but everyone's got to hate on Call of Duty.
They did something that they needed to do. They needed to change the formula because it got stale. So I can't wait to see what it comes out like.
Dude, I like zombies. You play zombies?
I do play zombies. At the end, we have a few fan questions too. So, by the way, when I put out there that you were going to be on the show, I've never got as many questions for you as I had for. And I had to whittle it down, obviously. But man, your fan base is spectacular.
Yeah, Mayhem monkeys we're running wild or everywhere. Join my cult.
Definitely. And there'll be all the links to do that down below. But first, before we get into anything else, I do want to ask you, being a huge mixed martial arts star, how did you get on that path? When and how did you go down that road to becoming an MMA fighter?
Man, it's great. I don't know. It picked me, in a way, because, I was like always kind of tough guy a little bit, but a little bit of a nerd. And my nerd buddy totally showed me mixed martial arts and made me realize that it was more about the nuance of skill and intelligence, not just brute strength. Right. So, once I figured that out, and then he tapped me out with a triangle choke in my backyard, like I went, wow, like, okay, I'm bigger and stronger than you, but you beat me with skills. So that's magic or something. And I was like, I got to learn it. So, that's what I did. And I was so young when I picked out that path, nobody was doing that. It was like a bizarre, crazy thing. I was, that same summer, I was like nerding out making Doom levels. Do you remember that? You could make your own Doom levels.
Absolutely.
Like
I was more of a Quake guy back then, but I
can't. Well, look at you. We got a badass over. But yeah, so I was, my dad was pissed when I told him about my dream, and he said, you need to go to computer school, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go be a fighter. And hey, man, it worked out for me. So, but I often think like, what would have happened if I would have just been, drawing bitmap textures onto, for my whole damn life. That would have been weird.
I don't know.
Different Mayhem.
Well, you got to kind of, it would have been a different Mayhem for sure, but you kind of got to look at it this way. Like, you had your mind set on something and a goal set on something, and you achieved the goal. So I believe you probably would have done what you wanted to do no matter what it was. Hey,
man, every day, I just, try to make a new dream and try to always do the best I can.
That's awesome. That's great advice for anyone. So, something I kind of have to ask, and
It's 106 degrees, bro. I'm sorry.
Is it really 106?
106 degrees today. Yeah, I'm sitting here in the no lights. The fan is broken. God bless America.
Get some blackout curtains and just hide.
Sorry, you were gonna ask a question. I'm sorry.
It doesn't. It's fine. So, the first time you fought, What's the feeling you get before you walk out?
Oh man, it's weird. It's like a combination of like they're taking you to the electric chair and you're gonna have a sex party. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like you have like this excitement, but like, you know, like kind of nervousness. Like I just remember that first time being like, okay, here it goes. And then, oh, it's over. Like, whoa, that was so quick. And I mean, the fight was, I went the distance for my first fight, and it was not really a very exciting fight. Like, and I won, but it was more like it happened so quick that now, as a, you know, man, I'm way older now. I like go, man, I wish I could like have held on to those moments like longer, like just remember them even clearer than I do now. You know, it's bizarre. It's real bizarre to put yourself in danger on purpose, and I think that you know, anybody who does that has something wrong with them, just a little bit,
I understand. Yeah, that's just life, though. You want to savor those moments, and you don't realize they were moments until they're not moments anymore. So it's hard.
Are we having a moment right now, bro?
Yes,
we're having a moment. All right.
Oh, wow. Where do you go from here? Like, I have to keep group.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a tangent each question, aren't we?
Bro, I'm totally adding you on Xbox Live if you're on there, bro.
All right.
Yeah, wow, Mayhem Miller.
Being a mixed martial arts star has afforded you a lot of opportunities in life. One of those, you knew this was coming up, was Bully Beatdown.
Oh yeah.
So many stale reality shows existed back then. When
I wouldn't even call that a reality show. Well, that's like a twisted, bizarre game show with a reality element to it. You know, I was putting guys to fight professional fighters. It was really weird. Like, and they call it a reality show, but I don't think so. It was more of a twisted game show, I'd say. A game show from hell. Where we got to beat up the contestants.
Someone just conjuring up the idea while throwing knives at their friends in the back. Just go, oh, we should do this. This sounds good.
Oh, I know the guy. I wouldn't doubt it.
What was your favorite part about doing the show?
I think it was kind of the story of the show. Like the guys, you know, I saw a lot of like actual, like, you know, victims and bullies. Like I saw a lot of guys were jerk. It was kind of I'm a fan of people watching, and it was the ultimate people watching. It was like the most depraved act of my very depraved life. So I got to see how people react in very strange situations. So, it was probably that. I mean, it was fun. I beat up the bully before. There was some really touching moments and whatnot. But, you know, just all around, just being part of something that people really connected with, that's the best part. You know, it makes me feel good to this day.
I don't like to jump around in this, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and pluck a fan question. Since we're on this topic, we can just go ahead and get this one out. But Ian had actually asked, speaking of Bully Beatdown, is there any funny behind-the-scenes stories that's never come out or you haven't talked about before that you could tell us here?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Behind the scenes?
Anything that you can tell us, that would be something that we would not have known otherwise, besides from you.
Damn, now, see, but I want to give you a good one. I want to I'm thinking.
Take as long as you want. This is an edited show.
You're right. Edited. I almost got fired from the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Because it was a game show, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And man, one of the contestants, well, it was a woman, and I'll just say, oh my, I started to catch the vapors, and apparently you're not allowed to do that because it's a game show. Wait, that was a terrible one. How about the time that the bully vomited profusely? Yeah, how about the time the bully vomited profusely for like 30, 40 minutes? I thought he wasn't going to get over it. I'll just...
Before or after the fight?
After the fight,
okay.
Just vomiting piles, and I just strolled right through it. Didn't notice at first. So, man, I don't know. We did a lot of crazy things on that one. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it went on as long as it did.
Did that bully get any of the money?
Yeah, actually, okay, but the bully, yeah, it was the bully who got all the money.
Oh, okay.
He paid for it. He paid for it in puke.
Wow.
Man, it was horrific.
There's two memorable episodes, like big memorable episodes. That's one of them, and the other one was when you were the MMA fighter. Those are the two that stand out the most to me. So, but it's good to know that he got his in the back, so that's good.
Man, that guy just vomited for about an hour and a half.
Did he actually give the guys the money at the end? Like the guy who won it all? Okay. I always wanted to know that.
Crazy, right? Hey, man, it was a crazy time.
That was his touching moment. Here's a quick jump of the next ship here. What inspired your walkouts? They were always the most unique, and damn it to the UFC who wouldn't let you do it. It always pissed me off.
Well, I think that as far as the walkout goes, I grew up, watching WWF before it was an E, and I always thought that was just awesome, like to be up there, and it's a real art form for you to walk out and really get the crowd hyped up. And so I wanted to bring that to mixed martial arts. Now, me and the UFC disagreed on that, but I feel like my work stands on its own. Mayhem is mayhem, and I always did my best to give the crowd a great time.
Absolutely, and that's one of my early memories of you for sure. Is just the insane walkouts. They were always worth it. They were always great. I do have, speaking of UFC, I do have a question from an outside perspective looking in. This is one of the more serious topics, but answer it as you will. The Reebok deal that's in place for fighters in the UFC, that seems like a system that's in place to benefit the people who put it in place and not the fighters. What is your perspective on it from that part looking in?
Well, the way I look at it is, it's an allegory to the entire nation, really. The guys at the very top of the pyramid get to make all the decisions and get to do what's most beneficial for their corporation. You can't really fault them for that. And I think human nature would dictate, have you ever played Monopoly with somebody and they get way far up? Yeah. Now imagine that times 1 billion. And, I'd like to think that if I was in the position, that I would be more understanding and more sympathetic to the employees at the very bottom of the pyramid. But, who's to say? Maybe I'd be a dick too.
All right, it's fair enough. I heard from someone that you are quite a very inspired artist. The term used was creativity runs wild in you. What kind of art? I have to know. I don't know. I'm a little bit shy now. You see that? That's okay.
I do a wide variety of art. I do, I use different mediums. I like to spray paint. I like to sketch, draw. I do a lot of art. I've sold a bunch of it, but at the same time, I'm real. I'm shy about it. So next question.
That's not uncommon, for the record. That's not uncommon at all.
Is it not? I don't know. I try. I ain't Picasso, but damn. I just imagine Picasso would be sketched out about selling his art too. I don't know. I don't like to give it away.
It's understandable.
I don't like to give it up. But I love art, and I think that we're all artists. Everybody in our individual fields, and art is life. So I'm just trying to make a good masterpiece here.
We keep having moments. This is amazing. All right, we're going to move on to a couple of video game related questions. I have to know, what's your favorite video game growing up?
Growing up? Oh, my goodness.
It's a two-parter for the record. It's
two-parter. All right. Man, you know what pissed me off? Let's just get off subject. Battletoads. Yes. How the hell were you supposed to get on the speeder bikes and jump on? How?
You weren't.
How?
You weren't.
And with enough lives intact to get down the damn well, and that, never mind. I'm gonna go off into I'm gonna have an embolism if I keep thinking about Battletoads. But man, good old Super Mario, I would try to speed run it before there was even speed runs. Okay, the speed run came back before YouTube or anything. People don't know that my neighborhood speed run record was held by me for like a little while.
That's that competitive nature coming out. I can tell.
Definitely, yeah. But remember, remember Super Nintendo Zelda? Oh, that kicked ass, right? What was that one called though? Oh,
Link to the Past, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it! I couldn't remember that. I brought it up the other day. Couldn't remember what Super Nintendo Zelda was called. Yeah, Link to the Past. What else? What else was good? Oh man, the Metroid on Super Nintendo was awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I'm trying to think. Man, and look, I didn't even have a Sega. I didn't even have a Sega Genesis ever. But Tito, not Tito Ortiz, the other Tito, my Tito I grew up with, had a Sega Genesis and Monster League. That was so damn fun, man. Mm-hmm. And we played FIFA all the time. And we played NHLPA. Oh my goodness, those are just some of my old school favorites. Wait, what are you talking about? Actually, like what kind of video game? Because I have like favorites for different types, huh?
Well, that's good then. I mean, it's hard. People don't normally, when I ask.
How could you have a favorite game? Yeah.
Well, I do. I personally do have a favorite game of all time, and it's Final Fantasy VII. I love Final Fantasy VII.
You Final Fantasy people are just addicts. You guys are like the craziest people. Okay. I respect your choice. I can't say I got into it because I didn't. I never was exposed to that. But you're talking deep video games like that?
It can be.
Oh yeah, that was good. I remember other people talking about Final Fantasy VII. Why is it your favorite though? Why is it better than other Final?
It was the first game to give me a huge swerve that I had played. Now, obviously, ones came before it, obviously, but there was that point to where you could build Aerith up with all of her limits. You could get her as strong as possible, and then they kill her off in the game and let you just waste all that time. You're not going to get that time back. Your summer is gone as a child and realizing what has happened to you. And
yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Look here. They're there. It'll be okay. We'll just reboot her. Wait, isn't there a new Final Fantasy coming out this year, next year, or something?
Final Fantasy 15 comes out this year. Yeah.
All right, so you're ready, aren't you?
I may not dive into it. I've got so much of this stuff. I'll show you something. This is what's getting me. Right. This is what's keeping me from doing all this other stuff. Is the Oculus Rift.
Oh, good Lord! So I don't even want to put that thing on my head. I might not come out. I saw an advertisement where the guy did 25 hours with it on. I was like, what the hell? I just played Call of Duty for 36 hours. This guy's a sissy.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too healthy. I wouldn't think.
You don't think so? Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'm waiting for
I think you'd have a damn headache.
I'm waiting for the first VR-related accident or homicide or something where somebody walks behind somebody in a horror game and they just deck them, just kill them. Because it's going to happen. You wait. It's going to happen. Someone will die in virtual reality from a heart attack or something. Horror games are freaking awful. They really are.
VR is Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, I agree. Next question. We can't talk about this anymore. All right, so we're going to move on to, if you were a Mortal Kombat character, what would your fatality be? And please, describe to me in as great as detail as you want.
All right. First of all, I would pluck out their eye, then turn it around, make it look at their butt, then kick them in the butt. My foot would go through their butt, okay, pull their intestines out of their butt. They would look at that with their eye. I would pluck the other eye out and then tie it around their head. This is getting disgusting, isn't it?
You're basically
you think I'm
combining
finished?
every
I'm not
fatality.
finished. Then I would take their tongue and make them taste their own butt.
Well, you combined every fatality there is in that moment.
Disgustingality. No, I just grossed myself out, and now I feel disgusting.
You're going to get so many comments down below that agree with you. So
I feel horrible. I wish I would have thought about this question a little longer.
No, we got to stick with the licking the butt. That's it. It's too late to take that back. The things that you said will never be said again by another human being, though. So just remember that.
Toasty!
I have Patrick Whitlock said something to me, and he sent me something, which I'm going to put a graphic here somewhere on the screen. It's a picture of you. It's of you getting hit by a Hadouken. Do you remember that picture?
I think I hit by a Hadouken. Oh yeah! Awesome.
Tell me about that picture. How did that happen?
I don't know, man. I just knew that. I just remember we were on some video game. Man, we were going ballistic intercontinental missiles. We were just going ridiculous, and oh man, we got Hadouken. Yeah, did I ever tell you about the time that Patrick Pitbull we headbutted each other?
No.
That was a Hadouken. Somebody told a joke so funny we both swung into each other. Complete headbutt. He must have knocked me back 15 feet.
So his head's harder than your head.
Apparently, fatality.
That's how you figure it out. So.
No, it was like one of those where I caught him on the hard part, but he caught me on the not so hard part. It was great. I was like, man, that was one of the best of all time.
I don't know how many people have been headbutt and said that was great, the best of all time, but we'll roll with it. Okay, so have you ever gotten into a fight over a video game? What was the game, if so, and why did you fight?
Oh my goodness, I don't remember what the game's name is. Okay. Somebody out there will remember this game. It came out around the same time as the first WWF Nintendo game, the original. Mm-hmm. But it was a like bootleg knockoff wrestling game in which you had to you could get the guy in a hold and then tap a bunch of buttons to do a different move.
Was it Fire
I
Pro?
don't know.
Fire Pro? No,
what?
Fire Pro? Or was that not? Fire Pro wasn't around then.
One of your guys is gonna tweet it to you or something. They're gonna know. But that game caused rage quits, caused broken controllers, caused fist fights in my neighborhood. I remember my mom just threw us out of the house. I didn't get to play Nintendo for a week. I was so mad because of that game. I don't know what that game is, but if I ever see it again, I will smash a cartridge.
People do the same thing for Shaq Fu. Everyone hates Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu! Oh, Shaq Fu was really the E.T. of the system, wasn't it?
Oh my God, E.T. Yeah. Okay, that's
terrible.
That's a great comparison. I've never heard those two drawn together like that, but that's really good.
It was horrible. I wanted it to be good, man. I loved Shaq Fu.
I got E.T. for Christmas.
What's up, Doc? Can we rock? What's up, Doc? I'm the super, the cyber, the Zuckerberg Bible. Shaq could rap. Shaq was awesome, but his video game was wah, wah.
Kazam, you know.
Kazam.
But yeah, I got E.T. for Christmas, and I thought my parents hated me because of it.
Yeah,
so
I don't understand. Why did they do that to us? That was just wrong and bad. It was badong.
It was good intentions. I want to believe it was. I mean, maybe I really fucked up and did something bad and didn't know it. And that's what they did to me, but, I think it was good intentions overall.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
It's cool. I got over it yesterday. Anyways, moving on. Noob the Legend asks, and this is more about your, Noob the Legend. I have some actual names, some screen names, so we're mixing and matching here.
No noobs.
Noob the Legend asks, have you considered or been offered to do anything in the future, such as like the Eddie Bravo Invitational or the Metamoris grappling tournaments?
I welcome the offer. No one's ever approached me about it. People have asked me that before, and I'm a black belt under Fabricio Verdum. I really love grappling. I mean, I love punching people a little more, but I'd love to do it. I'd love to test my skills against any of those guys. I saw it recently, and I think it's a fantastic thing Eddie Bravo's doing, Meta Morris. Those guys are doing a really, I love where martial arts is headed.
Absolutely. I love that the evolution of it so far has come to, like, you're not just walking to a jiu-jitsu school or a judo school or a taekwondo or whatever it is. You're walking into a mixed martial arts school, and that's actually a really, really great thing. It's not about me, but I've fought before. I've done jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and I was like right on that. It's evolving part. Like, I got to go to a mixed martial arts school, and it's so much more informative. I really love where it's
I like that there's specialists in each individual, art. There's guys who are really good at jiu-jitsu. There's good wrestler guys. There's good kickboxers. They're boxers. And now there's kind of doing a mold that's uniquely American. Right. I've seen it in Brazil. I've seen it in Japan. But nowadays we're getting to the stage of mixed martial arts where it's uniquely an American style that's forming. It's really great. I'm proud to be an American.
You do have a sick bald eagle as your logo for your Skype, so and the American flag right there. So
God bless America.
Amen. Moving on. Let's see. We have where are we at here? I lose track all the time. Neil Spencer asks, "Who is your favorite female fighter?"
Oh man, there's a wide variety.
Yes,
I know. Yeah, there's a wide variety. I think Jessica Penne is awesome. Misha Tate is awesome. Of course, Ronda is great. And Carla Esparza is like a little firecracker.
What do you feel about Joanna Jędrzejczyk?
Man, she's awesome too, right?
Killer. She's a killer.
Man, it's just. I don't have a specific favorite female fighter, honestly. What I have is a deep respect for women really pushing the envelope and getting to that respect they deserve. Female martial artists, man, they're great. They're great to watch. It's awesome. It goes into this whole culture I'm talking about. Martial arts culture is building, and man, it makes me real happy. It makes me real happy to see that.
You said something there. You said it's come a long way. It's great to watch. It's always been great. It's just finally that avenue and that door opened after so long. It's really frustrating when you think about it. Like, why not? So, and then you have your world beaters like Cyborg and
oh yeah, I forgot all about that. She's awesome too. Damn,
they need to make a 145 division like in the UFC just to. I mean, why not? I don't know. I could go on about that, but I won't. All right, so I'm gonna jump around here one more time. Lauren asks, "What advice do you have for anyone who wants to jump in and start training?"
Well, I would say shop around schools. Like go to different schools and see what fits for you. Don't just jump into the one that might be the most like social for you or most. You got to go in somewhere that's going to be really teach you the art of mixed martial arts. You have to find a place that has not just fitness people. It's got to be like legitimate instructors that can help you along your path. I think that's the most important thing is to have good instructors that are gonna, and that might be more expensive, but it's worth the money
nowadays.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of schools out there. Nowadays they're everywhere, but the truth is you need to find one that can give you the most for your money, like the best quality instruction, rather than just go to a meat farm with a good sales. Yeah, McDojo with a good salesman is not nearly as good as the real school that might kind of stink, but has the best people in it.
The one thing that when I talk to people about mixed martial arts and stuff, I said, don't ever go to some place that's going to say, we'll guarantee you a belt by this time. Don't do that, because no one can guarantee you're going to know everything that you need to know by then.
Yeah, you might be dumb. Who knows? You gotta put the effort in, and you gotta be smart about how you're trained. And, you gotta, that way you can progress as a martial artist. You can't just, sign up to some place that's gonna just milk you for money every 6 months or whatever it is. You have to go in there with somebody who's really gonna make sure you get to that next level, as quickly as you can. And everybody's different. Right. Some guys will progress really quick. Some people will take a long time to, get to that next belt level. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're all on our unique individual journeys, and that's what we have to do.
Absolutely. The next question, and the final question from the fan questions anyways, familiar name you might know, Megan Miller?
Yeah, I know that woman.
She asks, what is your most memorable fight? We reach out far here for questions.
I'll tell you my most memorable fight, Megan Miller. I had just got my taekwondo gi from Korea. My dad was stationed in Korea, and I got my taekwondo gi, and my little sister had her taekwondo gi, and she challenged me to a taekwondo match. No. So, of course, the first thing I did was throw the, Karate Kid crane kick right at her mouth.
Oh, my God.
I kicked her right in the tooth and cut my foot wide open. So
can defend.
She screams and starts bawling like at 116 decibels. I scream and start crying, jumping up and down. I was 10. I started crying, jumping up and down. And my mom, who was putting herself through nursing school, walks in to that scene. Like, how do you explain that?
I think
that's my most memorable fight. Yeah, Megan Miller was my most memorable fight. I cut my foot wide open on her tooth.
Oh, you actually gashed your foot open, so
blood bleeding everywhere. Yeah, it was tremendous.
It was practice for your mom.
Yeah, for years later. Yeah.
Well, that was I was not expecting that. I was thinking, maybe something a little on the more professional side, but that's cool too.
My professional fights are all a big blur, a big fun blur, but that one sticks out in my mind.
Adrenaline fueled blurs.
Yeah. I mean, I remember all of them, but I don't remember any of them.
You might want to get that checked. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I know. Yeah. There's something going on.
In a closing statement here, I want to say it was about 4 years that you were gone from mixed martial arts. And then you came back and you showed a really dominant first round in the fight. And then the second round, things happened, didn't go your way in a scramble.
Yeah.
And
I was winning until I lost.
Exactly. But you said something that absolutely was key. After the fact, I watched an interview with you where you said that you felt invigorated and felt a way that you hadn't felt in a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
You were inspecting it in a different light.
Yeah.
Now that more time has passed on that moment, how do you feel? What are the emotions going forward? And what can your fans, the monkey cult, expect from Jason Mayhem Miller in the future?
Oh, despite the result, of the last fight, I lost that one. I feel happy, man. I feel finally like I have my life back. I have, bigger mountains to climb, and I feel the support of the whole world, and look, there's always going to be people who denounce me or hate on me, detract, whatever the hell you want to call it. Right. But look, that's their problem, and as long as you guys are out there, I'm right here. I love you.
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate all of your time that you've given me. It always does mean so much. All the links for everything we're going to put down below. Facebook fan page, your Twitter account. Let's see. I want to throw out a special thanks to Patrick Whitlock and Randy Marshall for helping set this up and connect me with you. All those links will be down below as well. thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, brother. We'll see you later, man.
Hey guys, welcome back. I want to take another real quick second to say thank you again to Jason Mayhem Miller for taking time out of his day to come on the show. It really does mean a lot to me. And I also want to throw a special thanks to Petra Whitlock and Randy Marshall. With those two people combined, they helped put the dots together and make the interview happen. I just couldn't have done that on my own, so thank you guys so much. And as I mentioned at the end of the video, there's links down below for Facebook fan pages, Twitter accounts, for everybody that I mentioned who helped put this interview together. It means a lot to me if you go check it out, and I'm sure it means a lot to them too. And as you know, I love it when you guys leave me comments down below. Let me know if you like the video. Let me know if you hate the video. Just let me know what you think, because everything that you guys say I take as constructive criticism, and it only makes the channel better. But this is the end of the video, and that means there's just one more thing left to say. You know the drill. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, become one of the Titans, and I'll see you guys in the next video.